the loop, man of God, pass the loop, man of God, pass the loop, man of God, and the Bible, it is true.
He is the Lord, and he changeth not. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He is not a God that changes when the seasons change. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who this word is for. But whatever season you're in, I need you to know that your Lord is the same. When you're sick, he's God. When you're well, he's God. When you have an abundance, he's still God. When you need a little help, he's still God. And beside him, I wish I had somebody in here, there is no other. So before we get started today, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. I want you to give God a praise this morning like I know that I have been redeemed by him. And it is important that we as Christians and believers get this down in our spirit, because we are to believe by faith in what is happening in a realm that we cannot see. I need you to catch this morning, because, watch this, saints, I need you to understand that your life is not confined by the things that you can see, touch, smell, or taste. There are things, saints of God, that you can't see, but you depend on to survive. Let's just talk about them. You need oxygen, right? You can't see it, but you need it to survive. When you look outside and you see the wind blowing, it's not really the wind that you see. It's the results of the wind that you see. There's something pushing the wind. So what you see is the results of the wind. I need you to really get that down in your spirit. We don't even have to get deep with that. There are some things that you need that you can't see. Here it is. Watch this. The internet. I want to break it down like a fraction to its lowest term so all of us can grab it. The Wi-Fi, you can't see it, but let it go out. My phone went out on me a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't have service in my phone. And can I be honest with you? I was totally lost. I was totally lost because I was a week and a half without my phone. Watch this, because all of the important contacts, important information, Zena, that I need, watch this, is stored in a cloud that I can't see. And I couldn't have access to it. My physical phone that I could see was in my hand. But it was useless without the Wi-Fi that I couldn't see. Because it's the thing that I could not see that gave what I could see life. I need you to understand that you're in this place called Sanctuary today, and that you're watching online today, not because you're so cute, not because you got it going on, and not because things are all together. If it wasn't for the breath of God blowing in your body, you wouldn't be able to stand today. You wouldn't be able to clap your hands today. You are blessed by what you can't even see. When God gives you a word, you should not speak what's going on around you. You should speak what your God said to you until what's going on around you lines up with what he said to you. I'm trying to get you. When God tells us to be persistent in prayer, this is not some platitude to make you feel good. This is not some religious gesture that he's asking you to do. No, he wants you to be persistent. Somebody say persistent. Persistent in prayer. I need to talk to those that pray one time and say, I'm done with it. I need to talk to those that say, well, preacher, I tried it and it didn't work. I tried forgiving and it didn't work. I tried giving and it didn't work. I tried fasting and it didn't work. Well, God says, I want you to be persistent in your prayer. The effectual, fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much. When you are a game changer, and you are battling for the Lord, you are on a spiritual assignment for God. When you are in a game changer and you are on a spiritual assignment from God, watch this, your physical battles qualify you for spiritual assistance. When the old preacher got to preaching and the choir was, and the congregation was sitting there and they wouldn't say amen, he kind of felt like his preaching was in vain. But something on the inside would tell him, keep preaching it anyhow. And then that old country preacher would say this. He would say, I feel my help coming on. So you ain't got to say amen. You don't have to clap your hands. If God be for us, he's more than the world. This is not the season for you to be hooked up, tied up, tangled up with people that only pray for themselves. But this is a season for you to be hooked up with folk that's always lifting your name before the Lord, going to the Lord on your behalf. Is there anybody in here that understands you pray for me, I'll pray for you because I need you to survive? I want you to give God a shout, not for yourself, but for what God is going to do in the life of somebody else. Because it's easy to start looking at what you have and neglect what God said. That's why I started by telling you there is a seen and an unseen. When God makes a promise to you, he's not looking at what you have, he's looking at what he had. And so sometimes God has to send somebody to remind the game changer, open your eyes. Open your eyes so that you can see you ain't raising these kids by yourself. Open your eyes so you can see, have I not given you manna from heaven? Open your eyes so you can see it was me that helped you pay the bill. Open your eyes. You crying about it, but didn't you have gas in your car to get to church this morning? Open your eyes. You crying about what you don't have, but didn't I put a roof over your head this morning? Open your eyes.
Man of God, Pastor Luke, man of God.